This program is brought to you by Emory University.
It was terrifying to go to bed and not know whether you were going to wake up.
And she came to us, and her chief complaint was essentially, I crave sleep. She'd rather sleep than do almost anything else.
Regardless of how much I slept, I was never refreshed. I never woke up and felt like I'd had a good night's sleep. Instead, I woke up and immediately started thinking, how can I get more sleep? If I don't wash my hair this morning, can I get 30 more minutes of sleep? If I don't eat lunch today at work, can I come home early and go to sleep?
That's the kind of effect I'd normally see with an anesthetic concentration of propofol, or the kind of the amount of benzodiazepine a physician would give you when if you were having a colonoscopy, if they wanted to sedate you. This really was a huge effect.
Initially, when I came to Emory, my diagnosis was idiopathic hypersomnia, and they started treating me with the only treatment available at the time, which were stimulants. And my body slowly began becoming acclimated to them, and so the dose increased. And it always felt a little artificial. It always felt sped up. And it never felt natural. And eventually my body started rejecting the medication because my body was bound and determined to get sleep, however it needed to do so.
She could still sleep for 20, 24, 30 hours on occasions despite taking those medications.
And they said, this is clearly not working. And so we're going to take you off of all medication, and then we're going to do a spinal tap.
Our results suggest that in the patient samples there is some substance that enhances the effect of this GABA. And GABA is a natural shutdown chemical for the brain.
The GABA receptor is like the brake pedal of the brain. For a car to function normally, you need a functional gas pedal and you need a functional brake pedal. And the brain normally works with a balance of the two. If you use too much gas, things can go haywire. You have accidents, that would be like having a seizure. If you have too much brake or too much inhibition, too much GABA, you can go to sleep, you can become anesthetized or go into a coma.
I went back in the hospital at Emory and they gave me intravenous flumazenil, which is what they give people who have either overdosed on benzodiazepines or who have a hard time coming out of anesthesia from surgery.
It had an instantaneous effect. She woke up right away. She'd been sleeping for many years. And we pushed the drug in and she said, no, I was in the room at the time, she says, I feel alive, like someone had grabbed her eyelids and dragged them backwards, and she felt normal for the first time. So what happened in her, we think her brain is making this naturally occurring chemical that sedates the brain, makes her feel sleepy. When flumazenil got into her brain, it simply blocked that extra action of that sleep-inducing chemical. It just stopped it from making her feel sleepy and returned her to normal for the first time in what's probably over a decade.
And in fact, that's what we've shown in this paper, not only for Anna, but 6 other individuals, who received intravenous flumazenil. Anna's unique because she's the only one to have gotten the medication chronically in a sublingual formulation. The medication is not available in that formulation for the general public as of yet.
It was a revelation, because once you have a name, once you have an identity, once you have a description of what is going on with you, it means that there's hope. And it means that there's a potential for a cure. And that was life-altering at that point.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.